So we are playing as white and we begin with the move e4, pawn e4 with knight f3 attacking the pawn. He played e6, we take the bishop out, and this is black's turn where black play bishop e7. We go with d3. Further, this is black's turn and black play knight f6. We go with castling, cause castling is important for the king's safety. Further, we play queen to e2 and now he plays c6, where we decide to play rook to d1. If he tries creating clash like d5, okay, he go with queen c7. We'll decide to take the bishop out. Well, so first of all, we take the knight to b2. For that, we can take this knight over here and further over here. Now, this is black's turn and black is thinking for the move. Let's see how black responds over here. 4 minutes and 38 seconds on the clock remaining. And black is busy thinking for the move. Let's see how he responds over here. So he go with g5 and after g5 we'll go with the knight to g3. Now knight comes to g3 and he go with knight f8. We'll decide to begin with the move pawn c3. We can play d4 and further attack the center that we are observing. Okay, so we are attacking the center with tempo that you can see. This pawn is defending, the rook is defending. Okay, now black's turn and black is thinking for the move. He go with knight f4, which is capturable by the bishop, and we'll capture it. He captured it back, where we decide to. Okay, if I take the pawn further, I will be attacking the knight. That's the main plan. So over here, I will go with taking this pawn and attack the knight. Now, if we try to take it, we can take the knight. So ultimately, the position will be neutral. Well, so black's turn and black is thinking for the move over here. Let's see how black responds over here. 3 minutes and 48 seconds he played he take e5 and we'll go with knight to f1. Now we defend our knight successfully. So black to play and black thinks for the move having 3 minutes and 44 seconds on the clock. Let's see how black responds over here. Hmm. So black is thinking he play rook to g8. Now he's trying to attack like this. The bishop can come and attack. So there are a lot of options for black to attack. Now we have to find out the defense. We go with g3. If we take it, we can take back from this pawn h. And that will be the great defense. Because we are not allowing the rook threat coming. And bishop will come over here does not make sense. We can anytime take this knight. Okay, he play bishop x3 where we decide to. Now in this position we can take the knight here, right? Also this bishop is trying to control this important square. So that's his plan. And now what we can do is, so we'll try attacking. We'll play queen to c2. The main motive is we can play queen b3 and try attacking this way. So like, why am I allowing the bishop to stay here? Bishop can take the knight, we'll further eliminate it and then we can play queen over here, attack this. Already the bishop can go back and can defend this threat. So we are allowing the bishop to take the knight and get eliminated. Okay, so black's turn and black is thinking for the move over here. Guys, if you are enjoying the stream, then I request you to like the live stream. Knight g4. Now knight comes to g4 and over here we'll go with the move queen to b3. The main intention is all clear. We are attacking this pawn. He go with rook g7. Now with rook g7, this is a position, tough position, where if we try taking it, he can also take it back, and that is not going to benefit. So we look for another options. Okay, if I try developing this knight, then that's also not going to benefit. What we'll do is we'll take this knight back. Why? Because we can play f3, attack the knight, and with f3, if the knight will go back, then we can push this pawn further. So he go with bishop c5. Not he is not allowing this. So over here, he is trying to attack this pawn, and that's a problem. So now how can we defend this? Okay, in this position, for defending the pawn, like there is any option. Okay, so I'll continue bishop going back and further allow this. So means bishop take on it, give check, king will go there, and then he will secure his bishop. So let's see how black responds over here. Black to play, and black is thinking for the move. He play knight take on it. A very sharp response. Now over here we cannot take this, so that's a very sharp response. Okay, we'll go with the move. Hmm. In this position, we'll just secure our pieces. Rook coming to e1. Now we have secured our rook at least. Now he can go knight take on e4, give a check. We are forced to play king h1. He can play this check back. We'll play king g1. And now black's turn. Black is thinking for the move over here. Let's see how black responds in this position. Hmm. Okay, so black is thinking for the move, having 2 minutes on the clock. He go with knight d3 check, where we decide to play king h1. Further, we expect he decides to take it. We'll take it back. And now once again, black has a lot of attacks, especially taking this pawn, where he go with long castling, and we'll decide to take knight at the center and attack the bishop. Now we are attacking this bishop, so we can expect black to take the bishop back. Let's see how he responds over here. Black is having 1 minute and 54 seconds on the clock. 1 minute and 40 seconds on the clock. And that's a lot of time. So over here, what we'll do is, we'll decide to take this, because we are declining the trades. He'll play queen takes c5, and we'll go with bishop to c4. Further attack this. Now let's see what he responds over here. He go with queen f2, and we'll decide to play rook b1, but he can play queen, and that will be the mate. Okay, so we decide to resign the game, and we look for another game where this time we will be playing as black. Now whites play e4, we'll go with e6, the French defense on the board. With knight f3, we'll go with d5. Now if he takes it, we can take it back as a basic response. He play, we'll take it back. He play knight to c3, we push the pawn forward and attack this knight. The knight may go back. Okay, knight comes to e4 was the response, where we'll decide to play. So what we can do is we can play bishop to f5 and further attack knight. He played d3, we'll go with knight to f6. Now knight f6, and he go with knight take on f6 check. We play queen take f6. He play bishop e2, we'll decide to play c5, adding a supporter to this pawn. He go with b3, we'll play knight to c6. Development of our knight, and along with bishop to d6. Now we are all set in attacking. We play queen to g6 so that we can attack the pawn. Now he can play g3 or either castle, where he castle. So now we have a lot of attacks, playing bishop x3. Both the bishops are attacking. Okay, so first of all, we also focus on our king safety. We'll castle, and then we'll look for attacks. He play knight x4, and now over here we decide to, okay, in this position he wants to attack the bishop. We'll play queen f6 and would allow this to trade. Further, this is white to play. Now we can take this knight towards the king side. He play bishop f3. we'll go with queen to e5. Okay, so he played g3, and now in this position, we'll take this knight back, allowing the pawn to be captured. Okay, it does not capture. So we play rook to b8 and further defend this. He play rook to e1. We'll take the queen f6 and attack this bishop. He play c3. So c3 was the response where we'll decide to play knight to f5. We can play queen g6, knight here. He plays c take d4. We'll take it back. And white to play, white is thinking for the move over here. Let's see how white responds in this position. 4 minutes and 10 seconds on the clock, and white play a4. We'll decide to play queen to g6. We can play this check, and that's a attack towards white. So he go with rook to e4. Now rook e4 is not allowing this check to come. That's the problem. So over here what we can do is we can easily uh, give up a rook trade. Now like he can take the rook, he does not. He play rook to g4, where we just do we'll play queen to f6. Now queen f6, and black thinks for the move. Let's see how white responds over here. So white is thinking for the response over here. In the meantime, guys, if you are going to stream, then I request you to like the live stream. You go with bishop e4, and we'll decide to take knight back, further attack the rook. So rook is under attack, where we can expect the rook to be protected by rook coming here. Rook goes to x4, and now if I try g5, g5 is going to be an attack towards white. Okay, so once again in this position we think we'll go with g5 and attack this rook. The rook can come to h5, or rook can go back. Rook goes to x3 was the response, where we go with g4 and further attack. So he played rook x4, and now in this position rook takes on the bishop. He'll take it back, queen will come give a check, king will go back. And over here this is a tough position for us to think. Hmm. Okay, so we go with rook take. Well, I'm busy. If rook takes on it, queen can take the knight and can attack this. So what we can do is, hmm. Okay, so we go with rook take on e4, and if he takes it, we can play the check. Further, we can defend the knight, attack this. That's the main plan. Okay, so his turn. Let's see how he responds over here. Hmm. He takes it. Okay, that's wonderful. We'll play queen f3 check. King goes back, and now over here we have to defend this. Okay, in this position we'll go with the move. Oh, and now this is a trouble for us. Now how can we defend this knight? The queen, the rook, all are attacking this. Okay, so in this position, giving up the knight is only option. So knight f4. Now knight f5 attacking the rook, so maybe he takes it. We'll uh, we take it back, and further we are losing this one also. He play queen take d4, threaten the mate, where we go with f6, and he can take the bishop. Okay, so we resign the game, and here we look for another one. High canvas. Yeah, that's true. Okay, so here we look for another game, and this time we are playing as black once again with go Khan defense on the board. He play knight f3, we play d5, and further attack the center, where he play e take d5. We'll take it back, and further we play knight f6. Development of our pieces along with bishop f5 attacking towards the queen diagonal. He go with bishop d3, we'll decide to trade the bishops. And after he accepts the trade, we'll play knight to c6. He decide to castle, and over here what we can do is we can play e6 and support this pawn, and at the same time bishop to d6 is our plan. So now he go with bishop g5, and over here we'll decide to play bishop to e7 to add a supporter to the knight. Now let's see what he responds over here. Over here, we'll decide to take the queen to b6 and further attack this pawn. Hmm. Now let's see what he responds over here. Okay, so he play b4, and with b4 we'll decide to play a6. Now he go with a4. We'll play queen to c7, further preparing to castle. He play a5. We'll decide to castle, maintaining the king safety. And now let's see what he responds over here. Hmm. So he is thinking for the move. Okay, so in this position, what we think is, well, he takes it, we'll take it back, and white decides. White is thinking for the move. Let's see how white responds over here. He play knight b3. Knight can come here, right? We'll play bishop back to e7 and not allow the knight to come. So white's turn, and white is thinking for the move. Now 4 minutes on the clock for white. He go with x4. So x4, and we'll decide to play queen back to attack this way. Now let's see what white responds. White play x5. Now with x5 he is trying to create a pawn storm like this. So we'll decline by playing x6. Now let's see what he responds. So white to play, white is busy thinking for the move. Let's see how he responds over here. He go with knight e5, and we can say that it is a mistake. Well, we'll take it. He take it back. We play queen to c7, attack the pawn, and now this pawn is under attack. So welcome Dream Life. If you are enjoying the stream, then I request you to like the live stream. And also, if you want, you can send me the challenges. All the challenges are allowed. So f4 on the board. Now over here, uh, okay, we'll go with rook to c8, attack this pawn. So he play rook a to c1, and now we'll decide to play the queen to d7. We can try taking the queen here, attack the knight. So he go with knight e4. Now with knight e4, we'll go with rook to c4. We can take this rook over here and can add a pressure towards this pawn. So now we are attacking towards white's pawn that you can see. Let's see how white defends his pawn. He play f5, and over here he is further aiming to play this as a sharp response, where it's an easy way to take the pawn and eliminate the further threats, where white to play, and white is thinking for the move. Let's see how white responds. White play knight take f5. Now with knight take f5, we'll decide to play bishop to g5 and further attack the rook. So the rook is under attack. Hmm. Thank you very much for subscribing Dream Life. Okay, so he played rook to c2. Now rook c2 was the response by white. Now over here, this is a tough position once again. No, we can play queen to e6, and at least we are finding out some ways in attacking. Earlier we planned for taking this rook. He played knight to e3 and attack our rook. So first of all, now this is a problem. If we trade it, queen will take it back, and then attack will be disrupted. Okay, so we go with bishop take on knight. Queen takes it, the rook can come here, and then we can take this pawn. So rook comes to e4, and now queen can take the pawn, attack this pawn. So that's my plan for now. Now once again I am having low time, 2 minutes and 13 seconds on the clock for me, and white is having 2 minutes and 43 seconds, means 30 seconds more. Okay, now let's see what is the response over here. So this is white's to play, and white is busy thinking for the move. He go with queen a7. Now queen a7 attacking the pawn. We have to defend this pawn also and attack this pawn. So over here, if we take the pawn, he'll take it. We'll take this pawn, then his attack will be stopped. We go with the move queen to c6. Already we are attacking this pawn, so we have to defend our pieces. And defending our pieces is important, so we go with that. Okay, now let's see what he responds. He is thinking for the move. Let's see how he responds over here. He go with rook to c1. We take the pawn, attack this pawn. So playing g4 in defending this pawn can be a response over here. Well, now this is white to play and white is thinking for the move. He go with rook to e1. Now rook e1 and we can take this. Because if we take it, he'll take back and we can take this pawn. But he can take our pawn. He can take our pawn, right? So we'll play rook take on h5. Now let's see what he responds. Queen coming to d4, we play queen f6 and offer a queen trade. He accepts the queen trade, we'll take it back. Where he play rook f1, we play king g7. Further, we play the rook to e5 and add up a defender along with rook to c8. Now he can try doubling up of rooks, attacking the central pawn. That's possible. So what we can do is we'll go with king to g6, further allowing this, and we expect he does not do it. So we'll decide to play rook to c4. We can play the rook giving check like this. Now let's see. He play g3. We'll play king f5. We can take the king back, defend the pawn, and okay, he takes it. We'll take it back. He'll give a check. We play king e4, but now he can take this. Oh, so now this is a trouble for us. We'll take it. He takes this. So we'll decide to begin. Okay, we play rook to b3 and he takes the pawn. King comes to e5, we defend this. Now what we can do? Okay, we play h5. White can take this pawn. If white takes, we can take this pawn. And now we play rook a4. Further, we'll decide to give a check. Okay. So rook a2 check. The king goes back. Where we decide to play h4. He can play this. Okay, he does not. We play king f4. Now black to play. Black is thinking for the move. Let's see how he responds. He play king f1. We play king f3. You all know what is happening. So we decide to play f5. f4. King to f2. And further hoping to push the pawn forward. So king comes to f1. And now we are just 2 steps forward. f2. He can promote to queen. So I guess it's a loss. Okay, so white to play. 30 seconds remaining for white. He go with the check. We'll play rook e2. He can trade. Okay, so he go with this. We'll promote to a queen. And this is also a queen. So we resign the game. Now, okay guys, if you want, you can also challenge me. All the challenges are allowed. Well, so over here we look for another game where e4 we decide to play c6. The Caro-Kann defends. Now let's see what white responds. White play knight f3. We go with d5 and he takes it back. We'll decide to take it back. White play d4. We'll play knight to f6. Further, he play bishop e5 check. We'll play knight to c6, and then he go with knight e5. We'll play queen c7 and defend this. Where he take knight takes c6, we'll play b takes c6. Attack the bishop, bishop will go back. Where we go e5. Now the main motive is we are directly attacking at the center where he takes it and we'll also take it back. So now this is white to play and white decides to castle. We go with bishop e6 where this is white to play and white is thinking for the move. Now let's see what he responds. 4 minutes and 30 seconds on the clock and white is thinking. You you all can see the checkmate over here. So what he can do is easily he can play g3. Okay. Now white's turn and white is thinking for the move. Let's see how he responds. Playing g3 is an easy response over here. 4 minutes and 4 seconds on the clock and he is thinking for the move. Let's see how he responds in this position. Okay, so now white is thinking for the move. Alright, the checkmate is coming. If we try g3 then we can castle. Okay, so playing he can go with f4. F4 is a very sharp response. Yeah, so f4 is going to be an amazing attack towards black. Now with f4 we can go with bishop check. The king will go there and then this is going to be tough once again. So let's see what he goes. Playing g3 is the basic response and if you want to go with aggressive options then he can play f4. F4 is good. Yeah, that's true. I was discussing for that. Okay, so now let's see what he responds. So white descends the game. Well, we go with another game, and this time we are playing as white. We'll decide to play e4 along with black to play. Black play e5. We'll play knight f3 and attack. He play knight c6. We'll play bishop c4. The Italian came with e3, defending the pawn, and bishop comes to c5. We'll decide to castle, cause castling is important for the king's safety. x6 and we decide to play c3 where in this position we go with a4 not allowing this threat. So now black plays d6, we play x3 and now this is black's turn. Black go with bishop e6. With bishop e6 we'll decide to trade the bishops and after he takes it we'll play b4. Now we are attacking the bishop. Bishop goes back and we play the queen out attacking this where he play queen to d7 and then we decide to play b5. Now with b5 we are attacking the knight. He go with knight to a5 and further attack our queen. So we play queen b4 and further attack the knight. He play bishop b6 and now we decide to play bishop e3. So now we are all set in attacking towards black that you can see. Now let's see what he responds over here. In the meantime guys, if you want you can send me the challenges. All the challenges are allowed. He go with c5. Now en passant is possible. En passant. Bishop can take, queen can take, an easy response over here. Okay, so now this is black turn and black go with knight take on c6. Then that's a free bishop. Queen take on the bishop. And now this is black's place d5 where we'll decide to take it. He also take it back. He take it back from the knight and we take the queen back to b3. Now queen comes to b3 and attacking towards this diagonal. He go with knight a5 where we decide to play the queen. So we'll decide to take the queen back to d1 and secure his position. Where he responds with castling, we'll play knight take e5 and attack the queen. He play queen d6. So we play d4 and support our knight. Now this is black to play and black is thinking for the move. He play knight f6 and we'll decide to play. Okay, we'll decide to play the bishop to f4. Now you can see the attack. We can take the knight here, defend the bishop. He play knight x5. We'll take this bishop back to x2. Now the bishop is attacking towards this diagonal, towards the queen. So let's see what black responds over here. Black is thinking for the move, having 3 minutes and 55 seconds on the clock. Queen comes to e7, we'll take the knight where he resigns the game. Okay, so we look for another game. And now we are playing as white along with d4 on the board. Now let's see what black plays. Black play d5, we play c4, the queen's gambit, attacking the pawn. He play e6, we decide to eliminate the pawn. Black eliminates back, we play knight c3. Knight comes to f6, we play knight f3, and then the bishop out to f4. So black's turn and black is thinking where we played e3. Further, this is black's turn. Black player knight e4, we play queen to c2. And now let's see what black responds in this position. We play x6, we'll play bishop d3. Now this is black's turn. We are successfully attacking towards the knight. He can go with. So he play bishop f5 and we for the castle. Now this is black's turn. Let's see how he responds. He play b takes c3. We'll decide with pawn takes c3. And now let's see what he responds. Black's turn and black is thinking for the move. Let's see how he responds in this position. He played g5. Now with g5 we'll decide to take the bishop back. Bishop goes back to g3. Knight take on g3. X take on g3. So he play h5. We play bishop take e4. He can also take it back. Okay, so now he's thinking for the move. He play bishop take e4. And now over here we'll go with queen b3. Now he play h4, attacking the bishop. We'll decide to play queen take on pawn and attack this rook. So the rook is under attack. If knight goes over here, then queen can take on the pawn. No. If knight comes here, bishop can take on the pawn. So we play x take g3. We'll play queen take the rook. And then black has successfully sacrificed the rook. Where we decide to play knight take on h2. Now black's to play. Black is thinking for the move. Let's see how he responds over here. Okay, so he decided to play queen d6, where we decide to take the pawn. Queen take a7, where this is black to play and black is thinking for the move. Now let's see what he responds over here. My voice is audible now. Hmm. Hello, my voice is audible now. So over here we'll decide to play f3, and now this is black to play. He go with bishop f5. We'll decide to take g4 and attack the bishop. Now bishop is under attack. Bishop can go back in order to protect itself. He play rook h8. So queen is also attacking. That's the plan. We play rook f2 as an easy way to defend the knight. Now we have defended the knight. Let's see how black responds over here. Black play bishop d3. So bishop d3 and we decide to take queen c5. Now queen c5 of offering. No, it's not low. Wait. Uh, okay. So queen g3 check. We'll play rook to g2 and attack the queen. So now let's see what black plays. Black is thinking for the move. Let's see how black responds in this position. In the meantime, guys, if you are enjoying the stream, then I request you to like the live stream. So he should shout. Seriously, should I shout? Okay. So over here we are further attacking towards the central pawn along with attacking this pawn, which is going to create a check. Now let's see how black responds over here. 2 minutes and 22 seconds where he play queen h3. We'll decide to take the pawn and further attack this pawn. Along with we have 4 pawns towards the center which we can push. further and promote to queen. So ultimately we are having a easy position to handle. Okay, so 2 minutes on the clock remaining for black, and black is thinking for the move. Let's see how black responds. Don't fight with me. No, no, I'm not fighting. Anyways, queen take d5, queen attacking the pawn, so he can play easy response playing f6 in defending the pawn. Now with f6, we can play e4, e5 as a basic response. Let's see how black responds over here. So black is thinking for the move. In the meantime, guys, if you are enjoying the stream, then I request you to like the live stream. 1 minute and 28 seconds on the clock. No, no, not you, sir. This new girl. Arey yaar. Now 1 minute and 20 seconds on the clock, and now black is thinking for the move. Black is disconnected. Okay. So in the meantime, we'll analyze the game. Queen take on it. If we play f6, because f6 is a possible response, we can play e4 and block the bishop from this diagonal. So black resigns the game. And now we'll decide to play another game. We look for another game. This time we are playing as, okay, we are playing as white. We play e4. And now he play e5, where we decide to play knight to f3. Now let's see what he responds over here. He played e6. Many of the players are playing Plato defense. Okay. Bishop c4, x6 on the board. We go with d5 or d4. He take it. We play queen take. d4. Knight f6. We castle, maintain the king safety. And he play bishop e7. So bishop e7, where we decide to play knight out. Basically, developing our knight. Knight come to d5 and attack the. So he take it back. We play pawn take d5. He play knight, bishop f6. We decide to play. So we'll play queen e4. Now rook can also come and join attacking. So we play knight e7. We play bishop d3. And now let's see what he responds. Okay, so black to play, and black is thinking for the move. In the meantime, guys, if you are enjoying the stream, then I request you to like the live stream. So g6 was the response, where we play bishop take x6 and attack the rook. Now black play. Let's see what black responds over here. So black decides to play bishop g7. We'll take it, and king takes it back, where we decide to play queen x4, offering a queen trade. Already we are having a pawn up, so like that only we offer a queen trade. Now let's see what he responds. He accepts the queen trade. We'll take it back. He'll take the knight and further develop the bishop. So he played knight e5, attacking the bishop. Now we'll decide to defend the bishop. So we'll play bishop e2 and further defend the bishop. Now he play bishop d7. We'll play f4 and attack the knight. The knight can not go anywhere. Knight is trapped. No, knight g4. Then we play f x3, and he play rook e3. We'll go with rook to c1. Now let's see what black responds. Black play rook to e8, where we decide to play f5. Now he can take it. He take it back. We'll take it back. Give a check. He'll take it back, where we'll decide to secure by playing bishop e5. And now the rook is under attack. So now let's see what he responds over here. He decide to play rook to e5, where we'll decide to play pawn c4. And now let's see what he responds over here. So he go with bishop, a6, where we play bishop a4, rook to e2, and now over here we have to defend the pawn. So we'll play b4. Now he play bishop e4. We'll decide to play g4 and secure our pieces. Now we are just pushing up our pawns and defending it. He play rook g2 check, we play king f1. Now let's see what he responds over here. So he play rook h2. We'll decide to play bishop back to c2, offering up bishop trade where rook can take it. So rook takes on it, we'll take it back, and ultimately we are having a losing position. Now let's see what he responds. Rook e8 check, we play king d2. He play bishop e4, where we'll decide to play rook to e1, and king comes to c3. He can secure the bishop. So we resign the game. Okay, so guys, if you want, you can send me the challenges. All the challenges are allowed.